Hi, Stampin' friends. Tonight we'll be using the Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper. It can be found on 8, 9, and 10 of the holiday, whether you want to call it holiday, whether you want to call it August through December, whichever, mini catalog. So last Friday I did the stamp set and dies, and today we're doing the Designer Series paper, kind of what to do in case you have the paper but you didn't get the stamp set. Maybe you bought a paper share or something like that. So just to kind of give you some ideas of some possibilities for this. As always, please like, comment, share, whatever, that kind of stuff. Subscribe to my YouTube, subscribe to my Facebook, or sign up for my newsletter so that you don't miss anything. I tend to go live on Fridays, but this week I will not be live on Friday. But I will be back again next Monday at 7, just like this one. And I'll be using the new Eden's Garden because it is going to be limited supply in November. So I don't want anyone to miss out on seeing it because I think it needs to go on your first November order if you decide you like it. So just something to consider there. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this pretty paper, and I hope you all like it. Okay, there are a ton of different patterns in this paper. I'm not going to go through and make you watch me show you each piece, but I want you to see several of the different things that are here. Now, if you have the dies, you can cut these out, but you can always cut these out with scissors. I cut out a couple. Now, it wasn't the snowflake. It was a couple stars and a couple bells, and it took me less than a minute. So just, something to do while you're watching TV. If you have a round punch, you could also punch these out. I'm not too good at cutting out a circle, but if you are, that would be perfect. And anyway, the back side's gorgeous too. You can see that it has kind of a matching to go with the gingerbread, like an iced gingerbread. And I wanted to show you a couple other things. Let's see, like this one is gorgeous by itself as a pattern, but you could also cut each of these out. Or the back is gorgeous too. Now, one thing I wanted to show you about this, I was not able to, the only one I was actually able to cut out with a circle was the ornament, but that still saves you some time if you'd like to have circles. And so what I did here, I left just a tiny bit off the edge. So that's kind of up to you whether you think it looks okay to use that. Oh, hi, Shauna. It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I can see a couple other people here, but I can't see who they are. So thank you all for stopping by as well. But anyway, you can cut these out with circle dies. So what I did was just use, now the back of this one, I want to show you all the back, so I at least get that many shown to you. You may like this with this background. I think there is a lot of subjectivity on this one. What I wanted to show you here was using patterns, just kind of using all these patterns together. So what I did was just cut this out with one of the smallest layering circle dies, which I think a lot of people have. And then I layered it here. Now this piece, let me tell you the size, is 3.5, yes, 3.5 squared. So that means this piece is 3 1/4 and it's by 1 1/4. So that is the perfect size to put these little guys on and make some quick Christmas cards. Now you can then put this here, maybe the wishing you a Merry Christmas. Or, since we already have circles, you could put another circle, and maybe you would want to put it on a larger red, I may try that, a larger real red piece there, or maybe the old olive. That's the colors in this paper, the real red, old olive, cinnamon cider, and then of course early espresso, just to get some darker colors in there. I think they did that. It's kind of where it looks like it's kind of burnt on the ones that look like cookies, on the cinnamon cider ones. So let's go ahead and work on this, and I'll get these stuck down in a second. I'm going to cut some ribbon. There we go. And then I think I want to tie on this one. Cut another piece. to angle those when they're going to be the tie. That's one thing I like to do for my kits. I like to angle the piece that's going to tie, so it's already done for you, and leave the piece that wraps around straight. So that's just a hint if you ever take my classes, either online or in person. That's kind of something that I try to always remember to do. So I'll just set this off real quick and get started. Do this. I'm going to use some of my tear tape and just get this stuck down. Now, this may have looked even better with this as the background. I don't know. Let me see if I just want to decide. I was kind of trying to decide there. I don't know. That's kind of a lot of red. I think I'm going to stick with this. Decisions, decisions. That's kind of what I was saying about this. It's crazy the number of possibilities with this. And I have broken all my nails except for my thumbnail. So that may be what I have to use to pick these up. Yep, sure is. And they say if you have trouble picking these up, which I probably should just go ahead and do, you can use a poker tool to just pick that up. So I'll get that over here and I will try to plan to use it. So you don't have to wait on me with my broken fingernails. Okay, put that there and put that there. Okay, and whenever I put ribbon on the back, I always like to use dimensionals on the other parts because the ribbon will push up a little bit. And I think it makes it easier to adhere to the card if you're not trying to stick it completely flat. Just my opinion. Okay. Then let me get this going the right direction. I'm sorry I can't do this one upside down. I have to always look, see what I think. Okay, there we are. Got that. Then I'm going to go ahead and wrap this little guy around. I hope I get it even. Yeah, there we are. All right, I'm going to scoot it just a little bit. Come on, scoot, scoot, scoot. There we are. Now I went too far. Okay. And now I'm just going to put these guys on dimensionals as well. I think they just need one apiece. They're kind of tiny. This is one of those things that you can do fairly quickly. I'm trying to get to Christmas cards that can be done quickly now so that I can save you time. All right, then on this one, I'm just going to try to get it as close as I can here to the bottom. It's easiest for me to do both ends first, and then whenever I put the middle one in, I can just get it equally between the two. That's how I put these on. If you have a better way, be sure and let me know, but my goal here is just to get them all three on there. And it's kind of a tight fit, so maybe you'd want to make your layer a little larger. I don't know. So there you can see that. Now I'm just going to stick this down with our regular Stampin' seal. Whoops. Maybe I am. There we are. And then I'm going to get it right over here to the side. Like that. All right. And then I think I'll put dimensionals under this. I'm kind of running low. I may have to use some of these odd little extra ones on the edge. Okay. And maybe one more in the middle. This is just kind of getting it sort of in the middle. Whoops, that's not the middle. Okay, that's closer anyway. Okay, so then I just need to decide how I'm going to do my Wish You a Merry Christmas. One other thing I wanted to say about this that I think would be really cute is to just put another square or something under this one, because there's kind of an angle here that's going with each one of these. So I will probably put a little square or a little piece, maybe just a strip right here before I stick this down. But I think this makes a really cute and quick card, and it didn't take me any time. Even cutting those out with the Big Shot didn't take me very long. So you can see this is a nice quick card, and it's very cutesy. All right, for this one, all I did on this one was just kind of, I'm trying to focus on the papers so that you can see their uses. It has, let's see here real quick, trying to reach my stuff. You could make it like it's a whole bunch of cookies on the front. I've also considered what you could do to make it look like if you took this off, you could just put your cookies like a star maybe in the middle, and then, now they do have a problem because they don't all fit. Like you can see this one's cut out wrong, but you can see you can't put a snowflake. You can't even, I was going to put 3 snowflakes, but they don't fit. But a star cookie and then another tree cookie would probably look fine. So if I can turn this right, my goodness, that's funny. Okay, you want your star to be straight when you do it. All right, so there you can see that one. And what I was thinking though on this one was to put this here and then a wish you a Merry Christmas. And then you do want to add some ribbon or a bow or something. For this one, I kind of think it would be pretty to have our white, the tiny little taffeta again, maybe right across here after I stick these down. Just put it right across there. So let me go ahead and cut that so I'll remember when it's time to put the card together when I'm finished. And then maybe just put a little bow right there on the side. And so now what I would do is just use probably some of these red rhinestone basic jewels, and I would just add them a couple places. Now the reason I would use that with this is because we're using, there are dots on this tree, polka dots on the paper, and so we might as well just add a few polka dots to our sentiment just to kind of bring it together. I think it's fun to do the same kind of element and repeat it. So I think that could be cute. I may put a few more of the dots, I can't decide, but anyway, this is kind of the general idea on this card. And I did intentionally cut this to show more red because it kind of was a lot of green. So what I was doing was I was kind of thinking, well, you know, that's enough green border, let some red show. But you might want to, you know, maybe that's not what you prefer. Maybe you'd like it just the normal 5 1/4 by 4 base card size. But I just thought that was kind of cute, showing a little bit more paper there. All right, I have one more for you. And again, it's another one where I'm trying to decide which one I think looks the best. I use the cinnamon cider base. And then I liked the way that the red and green looks with the cinnamon cider, especially when combined with this paper that has the cinnamon cider and the real red and old olive. So these are the back of one of the papers, but they don't have a die to cut them, so you have to cut them out by hand. But again, this takes me like a minute, less than a minute. It just takes a second to cut these guys out. So I thought that made a cute look. Now, what would be cute is if I had something that talked about warmth, because both mittens and cookies are warm. So that would be a cute thing to add. So I would kind of like to do that. I'm going to go ahead and stick this one down. So I'm pretty sure I want to use this for sure. Oh, this is not a piece of paper, but I promise you there is paper to match. That is a little tree guy from the Memories and More, but we have this paper. Don't worry. All right, whoops, not quite. There we go. I am not in love with that. Let me scooch it over a little bit and cut the edge off. Okay, there we go. Cut that with my tiny paper cutter here. A little bit more. Tiny bit. Okay. Here we are. And I wanted to show you, because it also looks really good, I think, with the cinnamon cider. So if you have a preference, tell me whether you prefer the stripe or the cinnamon cider. And whatever everyone prefers is what I will put the card together with. I'll probably just go ahead and wait till tomorrow to put the card together so I can do what everyone thinks looks the cutest. All right, so there is my little mittens. I was wondering, I wanted to show you a couple things. I considered putting this on a piece of white because it kind of makes them pop. So there's one option. And it also kind of brings out the white in this, you know, the white icing again. But then I also just considered just leaving them on the cinnamon cider and then adding the, whoa, I did not punch these guys out. You do have to punch these guys out. I just left those little hole filler pieces in there. Sorry about that. Might just put my Merry Christmas right there. I could put my Merry Christmas in the middle. And I just kind of like the way they look overlapped. You could also just use one and make a square in the center. We've done some shape like that before where there's just like one at the top. Well, we kind of did on Friday. One at the top and then the sentiment at the bottom. So you can kind of see on this how I was imagining this looking. Again, white ribbon would be gorgeous. Red ribbon would be gorgeous. And last year's cinnamon cider ribbon would be gorgeous, but we don't have any cinnamon cider this year. If you wanted to make this pop further, you could use the red under here. What I do a lot with this So Sentimentals die is I cut these guys off on the edge and put the white onto the color. And then that way you can have a little more color layer into your sentiment. But anyway, that's what I would do with that. And of course you could add, I would probably just put my red rhinestones on this one, just in a little spot in the corner. And then maybe a spot down here, just to kind of, you know, pretend to balance it. And so that is how I would put this one together. So I hope that you all have a great week, and I hope that you find some inspiration for Christmas. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.